Good morning everyone and welcome back to this new video of chemistry. Hope you all are fit and fine at home. So in the last video we discussed that what is chemical equation and how to balance the chemical equations. And today in this video we discuss that what is relative atomic mass and relative molecular mass. So first we discuss what is relative atomic mass. That means as we know, atoms are very small, that means extremely small and very light. So we cannot be weighed directly or we cannot find out that mass of an atom directly. See here that atom, the structure of atom, here it consisting of what? Electron, proton and neutron. But it is very small and light. So we cannot find out that mass of an atom directly. So after lot of experiment, the scientists proposed that or they chosen what? Hydrogen atom. That means it is the lightest among all the element. So they chosen what? Hydrogen atom as the standard unit and mass of other atoms or molecules compared to it. That means to find out that mass of an atom, they will be compared with that mass of an hydrogen atom. See here from the figure, you know hydrogen is the lightest element. It contains only proton and electrons. And the mass of one hydrogen atom is equal to that mass of one proton. That means 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. So it is so light. So the scientists chosen hydrogen. Okay. But it is only possible when hydrogen is react with that other element. But it is found that but hydrogen does not react with most of the element. So after that the scientists propose carbon 12. As we know that carbon has what? Isotopes. So they chose carbon 12 to compare with the to find out that mass of an atom. Okay. So now we discuss that what is relative atomic mass. So relative atomic weight of an element is the number of times one atom of an element is heavier than 1 by 12 the mass of an atom of carbon 12. And it is denoted what? RAM. That means relative atomic mass. So what is the formula? The formula to find out the relative atomic mass of one atom of an element divided by 1 by 12 mass of one atom of carbon 12. Okay. So now we discuss what is gram atomic mass. Gram atomic mass means when relative atomic mass is expressed in gram, then it is known as what? Gram atomic mass. For example, see, I will say you that is relative atomic mass of aluminium, that equal to how much? 26.98. But when it is expressed in gram, okay, that is that gram atomic mass, that equal to 27 gram. If hydrogen, you will take the relative atomic mass equal to 1.008. But when it is expressed in gram, that equal to 1 gram. That means the unit or the relative atomic mass is expressed in AMU, that is atomic mass unit. Okay. And gram atomic mass means when the relative atomic mass of an element is expressed in gram. Now we have discussed that what is relative molecular mass, that means RMM. So relative molecular weight of an element or compound is the number of times one molecule of the substance is heavier than 1 by 12th mass of an atom of carbon 12. That means the formula to find out the relative molecular mass equal to mass of one molecule of the substance divided by 1 by 12 mass of one atom of carbon 12. Similarly, gram molecular mass also you can be explained that when the relative molecular mass of a substance is expressed in gram is known as gram molecular mass of that element. For example, if nitrogen is molecule of nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen molecule means what? 2 number of atoms, nitrogen atoms. Oxygen, that means 2 number of oxygen atoms. So the relative molecular mass of nitrogen, that equal to 28.014, but when it is expressed, that is equal to gram molecule 28 gram, and oxygen 31.998, but when it is expressed in gram, that equal to 32 gram. So that means when relative atomic mass of an element is expressed in gram, that is known as gram atomic mass, and when relative molecular mass of a substance is expressed in gram, that is known as a gram molecular mass. And remember, atomic weights are expressed in what? Atomic mass unit, that is AMU. Okay. Now we have to find out that how can you calculate the relative molecular mass of the substance. Here I will tell you some rules to find out the relative molecular mass. See, from the figure you can find out that one. To find out the relative molecular mass, first you determine the formula of the molecule or the compound. Second one, to determine the number of atoms present in the molecule. Okay. Then third one, find out the atomic weight of each atom in the molecule. Then fourth one, multiply the number of atoms into what? Atomic weight. And last one, you add the value, then you find the relative molecular mass. Again I repeat, see, to find out the relative molecular mass, first determine the formula of the molecule. Second one, determine the number of atoms present in the molecule. Third one, determine the atomic weight of each atom in the molecule. Then fourth one, multiply number of atoms into atomic weight. And fifth one, add the value and find the relative molecular mass. Let's discuss one example. Here you can find out from the figure C. Calculate the relative molecular mass of ammonia. So according to the formula, first you write the formula, that is NH3. Then second is determine the number of atoms present in the molecule. Here nitrogen 1, hydrogen 3. Then third point is what? To find out the atomic weight. Nitrogen is how much? 14 and hydrogen 1. Therefore 1 into 14 plus 1 into what? How much? 3. 1 into 3, that equal to 14 plus 3 equal to 17. So relative molecular mass of ammonia equal to 17. Clear? Let's take another example to find out the relative molecular of ammonium sulfate, that is NH4 whole twice SO4. So first you write the formula, that is NH4 whole twice SO4. Then determine the number of atoms. Here number of atoms of nitrogen, how much? 2, because it will multiply with 2. And hydrogen is how much? 4 into 2, that equal to 8. And sulfur 1 and oxygen 4. So here, then after you multiply with that atomic weight, nitrogen 2 into 14, that equal to 28. Then after hydrogen, that equal to 8 into 1, that equal to 8. Then sulfur 1 into 32, that equal to 32. And oxygen 4 into 16, that equal to 64. Then you add the value, you find out the relative molecular mass of ammonium sulfate, that equal to 132. So in this way you have to find out that relative molecular mass of the molecule or the compound. So let's discuss some questions from your book. The first question, calculate the relative molecular mass of nitrogen dioxide. Here you remember one thing, that you have to revise that atomic weight up to 1 to 20 element. Okay. Here you can find out atomic weight already given here. Atomic weight of nitrogen 14 and atomic weight of oxygen is 16. So first you write the formula, that is NO2, and then after you have to find out that number of atoms present in that molecule. Here you see nitrogen 1 and oxygen 2. Then you multiply with that atomic weight, 14 into 1 plus 2 into 16, that equal to 46. So the molecular weight of nitrogen dioxide equal to 46. Next question, calculate the molecular weight of calcium sulfate. So according to the formula, first what you write? First you write the formula, that is calcium sulfate. CaSO4. Then after you have to find out what? The number of atoms present in the molecule. Here you see calcium is how much? 1, sulfur 1 and oxygen 4. Then what is the atomic weight is already given here? Calcium 40, sulfur 32 and oxygen 16. Then you multiply with that number of atoms. So 1 into 40 plus 1 into 32 plus 4 into 16. Then you add the value, you have to get that molecular weight of calcium sulfate, that equal to 136. So in this way we have to find out that relative molecular mass of the molecule or the compound. Next we discuss how will you calculate the percentage composition of a compound. Here one question, see, like this only. To get the percentage composition of compound, first you find out that relative molecular mass of the compound. Then after you have to calculate what is the percentage of each atom in the compound. So here one question is here, calculate the percentage composition of sodium hydroxide. Okay. So first you write the formula of sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. Then already given that atomic weight of sodium 23, atomic weight of oxygen 16 and atomic weight of hydrogen 1. Okay. Then what is the formula? That is NaOH. Then atomic weight of sodium, that is 23, and number of atom 1. Atomic weight of oxygen 16 into number of atom 1. And atomic weight of hydrogen 1 into number of atom 1. Then you add the value, you have to get that 40. That means molecular weight of sodium hydroxide equal to 40. Then now you have to calculate the percentage of each atom in that compound. So already you get that molecular weight of sodium hydroxide is 40. That means 40 gram of sodium hydroxide contains how much gram of sodium? That is atomic weight of sodium is 23. That means 23 gram of sodium. Therefore 1 gram of sodium hydroxide contains 23 by 40. And 100 gram of sodium hydroxide contains 23 by 40 into 100. That equal to 57.5% of sodium. That means 57.5% of sodium is present in sodium hydroxide. Similarly, you have to calculate that oxygen and hydrogen. See here, 40 gram of sodium hydroxide contains 16 gram of oxygen. Then 100 gram of sodium hydroxide contains 16 by 40 into 100, that equal to 40% of oxygen. Like this, what? Hydrogen. Hydrogen also 40 gram of sodium hydroxide contains 1 gram of hydrogen. Then 1 gram of sodium hydroxide contains 1 by 40 and 100 gram of sodium hydroxide contains 1 by 40 into 100, that equal to 2.5% of hydrogen. So what you observe here? That means sodium hydroxide contains 57.5% of sodium and 40% of oxygen and 2.5% of hydrogen. So in this way you have to calculate the percentage of each atom in that molecule or the compound. So with this the chapter 1 is completed. Thank you.